I know by now you might be wondering, what am I applying to the customer's hair that makes hair look like you want to run away from her seat? This is just a hair spirit. I apply this the moment I finish popcorn waves. It helps the hair to be hardened. This is before and after. This video is going to show you the tutorial of how I start this pineapple or popcorn hairstyle from starting to the end of the video. How I do my relaxing, my designing and everything in one video. Subscribe to the channel. This is Randy DL Explain, a channel where I explain every hairstyle that I do. Wait, don't swipe away if you have already clicked. Relax, take your time and let me show you the process of how I got here. Not really difficult but easy. I was in a salon today when this customer approached me and told me she wants to do dreadlocks. She has done dreadlocks before. She was my dreadlocks customer years ago, but unfortunately she cut her hair. So today she came again and told me she wants to start dreadlocks, but the moment I touched her hair, it was too short to the extent that there is no way this hair can do dreadlocks. So I told her I can do her pineapple waves. And one thing is, she wanted to go to a program, so she wanted to do something with her hair that will make her look nice, apart from haircut. So I suggest that we should do a pineapple waves. So she told me what is pineapple waves or what is popcorn hairstyle. Then I show her some videos that I have already done on my YouTube channel. Then she was like, okay, I like it, try and do it for me. So I sit her down, then I try to start with the process. Her hair looks too short and very hard. This is the moment when, if you are not professional, you might end up ruling the customer's hair. So that is what I do. I sit her down. I take my relaxer, which is dark and lovely, as I said in every video. Dark and lovely. That is what I use for every customer. And one thing about that cream is, it doesn't burn a customer. No matter how hard your hair is, it will get time to relax the hair without you being burned. It can be in the customer's hair for a very long time before the customer feels like the hair is burning. So that is what I normally use for my customers. So I apply the Dark and Lovely in the customer's hair, try to relax the hair, massage it with my hand, and at the same time comb it. This is where a lot of you have problem with. I've seen a lot of comment on Facebook, a lot of comment on YouTube. People are telling me, why are you relaxing? Why are you relaxing? Why are you combing a relaxed hair? Why are you combing? A lot of comment about people telling me, why am I combing a relaxed hair? One thing that you don't understand is, this customer have a very hard hair, and it's not hair alone. Most of the customers that come to me for a pineapple waves has a very hard hair, to the extent that if you don't comb it during relaxing, it's going to be a problem for you when it's time for it to be soft. Because doing a pineapple or popcorn hairstyle, you need a very soft hair, not something that looks hard. When the hair is hard and you put your gel on it, there is no way the hair is going to be flat for you to continue with the process. So you need to make sure the hair looks very soft, not just soft, but very soft. So that is what I'm doing here. And for the hair to look very soft, the cream and my hand alone cannot do it. Applying the cream and massaging it with my hand alone cannot do it unless I apply the comb. That is the combing process. And the moment I keep on applying the comb, it makes sure the relaxer goes deep down to the scalp so that the hair can be more soft to my liking. That is the reason why I always prefer to add a combing method whenever I'm relaxing a customer's hair for pineapple waves. So as you can see in this video, I was combing the hair. Now I have to leave the hair for it to cook. As you can see, the hair looks hard and I can't keep on combing. The moment I keep on combing too much, the customer's scalp is going to be painful. So when I comb it for a while, I leave it to rest. So the moment I leave it to rest, the hair is going to start cooking. And this is not just a kitchen cooking. This is different. So when the hair cooks, then I can call the customer to wash the hair. The moment I realize the hair has been cooked, which means the hair is now soft to my liking, so I call the customer to the sink, I wash the hair, and now I bring her back. So you can see I'm trying to dry. Yeah, at this, it's not all the videos that I normally dry, but this one I dry it and comb it. I want to see if the hair looks soft to my liking. That's why I'm trying to dry and at the same time comb it. But I didn't comb it that much. So in this drying, just dry it small for the water to be out of the hair. I don't need a little drop of water. So the moment I dry it small and I notice that the hair looks a bit fine, I pick my gel, then I start applying it to the hair. That is the gel that I'm trying to apply to the hair. So as you can see, I'm trying to apply something on the customer's hair. That is the gel that I'm using. So at this process, it's going to be like the relaxing process. The moment I apply the gel to the customer's hair, I'm going to massage it and comb it like the same way that I was doing to the relax. So with pineapple or popcorn hairstyle, there is no way you can remove the combing method. You have to make sure, or let me say, the combing method is part of it from starting to the end. So as you can see, I've already applied the cream on the customer's hair, and I've made sure the hair has conquered the whole hair, like it has reached everywhere. So I'm trying to comb all of them to the back. I push the whole hair to the back first before I try to make my designs. That is what I do in each and every video that I do. I make sure I comb the whole hair to the back first before I can continue with my design, because I use measurement. I don't design them. I divide them into two, and I don't divide them equally. I make sure one side is having more hair than the other side. So that is what I do whenever I'm trying to add a little bit of design. So as you can see, I'm trying to put some line. That is the division that I'm trying to apply here. But I'm not doing it in the middle of the customer's hair. I'm just doing it at the side. Make sure the other side has more hair than this side. The moment I finish making this line, I'm going to make some edges. That is where the beauty of everything starts. I'm going to make some edges. So this is how I'm going to do it. I have to make sure the line that I put in the customer's hair looks the same way that I have planned in my mind. Then when the line looks accurate, I have to make sure the hair is flat. This is the process that I was talking about, that if the hair is not relaxed properly, there is no way the hair is going to sleep. This is what I mean. The moment when you apply the gel and you try to smoothen the hair like this, the whole hair needs to sleep. They need to be gentle. They need to calm down. They need to follow the direction that you are trying to put them. But if the hair is not soft, and if the hair is not relaxed very well, there is no way they are going to follow your directions. There is no way they are going to sleep. As you can see, I'm trying to do here. When I pull them down to sleep, they do sleep because the hair is very soft and they were relaxed properly. If they are not relaxed properly, forget it. This method you are going to like at this session, when you reach this session, is going to be a little bit complicated for you when you reach this method. But because I relax it very properly, it is definitely doing what I want it to be. So now I have divided it into two. I have to add a little bit of design to make it look catchy. It's not everyone who does what I'm coming to do right now, but that is what I do to most of my customers, and these are the methods that I use to get more customers coming back to me and getting new customers also. So you can learn from here. You can learn these skills. I'm going to the other side, and there is something that I'm going to do there, but unfortunately the camera does not show that side because I'm using a selfie. I'm using a ring light. I'm using a selfie ring light, and the ring light cannot move. So I'm going to repeat the same thing that I'm doing on the other side on this part that you can see with the help of the camera. I'm going to repeat the same thing. So relax and watch me as I'm going to repeat the same thing here. So as I said, I'm doing something over there. That is the edges. Whether you call it edges or baby hair, any of them is fine. There is something that I'm trying to do there. I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other side that you can see with the help of the camera. I'm going to repeat the same thing. So don't worry yourself, don't bother yourself that what is this guy doing over there that he's not allowing us to see. Unfortunately, I don't have someone who is holding the camera to move around with me whenever I'm styling. The camera is supported by a ring light, so it cannot move around. It can only stand straight. So now I'm done with that session. You can see I'm going to repeat the same thing, the same method that I did on that side. I'm going to repeat the same thing here. So whatever that you are going to see here is the same thing that was done that side. So guys, subscribe to the channel, put me on post notification. This is Randy DL Explain, a channel where I explain every video that I do to the details. Subscribe and put me on post notification. The main channel is Randy D Locks, whilst the backup channel is Randy DL Explain. So this is the edges. You can call it blocks, you can call it baby hair, like it depends on how each and everyone wants to call it. At the end of the day, this is the design that makes the hair looks more catchy, more beautiful, and more pretty. This is what attracts more customers to come to me. This is my secret. So after with that design, I apply my netting method. This is the netting method. And after putting the net on the customer's hair, I put some wool in the customer's hair. And this is the importance of the wool. I'm going to use a needle to pull the hair out from this net. This net is having about 50,000 holes, and I have to make sure I pull the hair out of every hole. So with the help of this wool, it ties the net on the customer's hair, so that in the process of pulling out the hair from the net is not going to come out. That is the importance of the wool that I have put in on the customer's hair. So I put on the customer's hair, then I tied it small, but I will make sure it's not tied to the extent that by the time you are done with the hairstyle, you are going to see the mark of the customer's fall hair. No, that is not the way that I do it. I make sure it tightens the hair, but not that hard. So after I tighten the hair, you can see I'm trying to do something here, which is my needle. I'm using my needle to remove the net. Let me say I'm pulling the net out I'm pulling the hair out from the net. And as I said previously, there are about 5,000 holes in this net, and I have to make sure I pull the hair out of each and every hole. So guys, I'm still doing it. At this process, it really take time. It really take time to do this type of hairstyle. If you are not someone who has patience, I'm not sure you can do this type of hairstyle, because when it gets to this method, you need to be patient. You need to have time. If you don't have time to do this, my friend, I won't assure you to do this, or I won't tell you to attempt this type of hairstyle. You need to have heart, you need to be patient, and you need to be skillful to try this type of hairstyle, because this number of holes in this net, you are going to pull this hair through each and every hole. And if you are not someone who has time to do this, you are going to feel lazy, and the moment you start, it's going to look nice, but some parts when you are lazy, it's going to look somehow. So you have to take time when you want to try this type of hairstyle. So as you can see, the same thing that I did here, I'm trying to do the same thing on the whole hair. This is where I use the needle to remove, to pull out the hair from the net. And I'm going to pull it through the whole hair. So I'm still with it. As if you are still following me till this side, please subscribe to the channel, put me on post notifications so that anytime that I post a video, you're going to be the first person to watch. It's the same thing that I'm still doing. I'm trying to pull out the hair. It got to a time I'm trying to feel tired, so I have to take some chair and sit on it and still continue with the process. This is a job that I really love it, so whenever I'm doing it, I make sure I do it professionally and I do it more properly. So at this side, you can see I have been able to pull out the hair through the whole net. So this is the spirit that I'm trying to apply to the customer's hair, and it looks like she wants to run away from her seat. There is no way you can skip this session, and let me tell you the reason why she's feeling like that. During the relax, when the relaxer stay in the customer's hair for a very long time, when you go to wash hair, it's going to affect the scalp a little bit. The only time that you are going to see this is when you try to put the spirit on the customer's hair. That's when you are going to feel like, nah, the relaxer stay in the customer's hair for a while. So that makes it look like she wants to run away from the seat, but still I have to convince her and put it for her, because there is no way we can skip that session. We need to apply it, because that relaxer that spirit helps the hair to be hardened. That is how we do it. It helps the hair to be hardened. So after putting hair in the dryer, 40 minutes to 30 minutes, something like that, 30 to 40 minutes, I took hair out. Then the first thing that I did was to remove the wool that I put on the customer's hair. And this session, you can see I didn't tie the wool too much, so you don't see any mark on her forehead. Yeah, I have taken the spirit to apply it on the customer's hair again, because I want to remove the net and the hair is hard. When I was going to put the customer in the dryer, the hair was soft, but the moment when the hair dries, it becomes hard. So I have to put some spirit for the hair looks a little bit soft before I can pull out my net. If I use force, I'm going to spoil the net. So that is it. After removing the net, I try to wipe the customer's face small, apply some shiny spray, then dry it small. After applying the shiny spray, I dry it small because I want the spray to melt on the customer's hair. So that is what I do, and this is the final work. Give me a thumbs up. So after I finish, the customer told me she wants to twist her eyebrows. As I told you at the starting of the video, I told you she wants to attend a program, so she needs something that will make her look beautiful. So now she has gotten the hair. Now she need to tweeze her eyebrows, and this is how I do my eyebrows. So guys, this is it. I'm done tweezing 2 of the eyebrows. Now it's time for her to leave. Give me my money, then she'll leave the salon for good. Thank you for watching me. Subscribe to the channel, put me on post notifications so that anytime that I post a video, it's gonna come to you. Thank you very much for watching.